Elevations to everyone in the collective. As soon as I want to go live, it's gonna be short anyway. But why do I look like a transparent, like you can see through me? Anyways, that's besides the point. I just wanted to do a quick update and on the live, the message that I gave out on the live last night. So okay, the information is flooding into me, but I needed to correct myself for those of you that watched the live, or for any of you that will watch the live today, tomorrow, next year, whatever. I just wanted to make sure I'm not giving out disinformation. I need to give out the most accurate information as possible. So how it was told to me is that any living thing, anything that breathes, that converts oxygen, okay, um, it vibrates at the 369 field, okay, on the 369 hertz field at minimum, right? You that any of the any and that includes birds, bees, whatever uses oxygen, whatever breathes in prana or makes prana or converts prana, alchemizes prana, the breath of life, that is the spirit, okay? And they have to vibrate at 369 or higher. Now, how it's being told to me is that so everything, the trees, they convert oxygen, they use prana, they are at a minimum of 369, but their vibratory fields are higher naturally. In order to have a soul or be eligible for a soul or to even reacclimate with your soul, you have to vibrate at heart chakra rate or higher, which is 423 hertz, okay? Or 432 hertz, however you want to put it. They got 428 out there somewhere, heart chakra, long story short, for something for the heart chakra. And it's funny because what the heart chakra, be mindful, is the fourth chakra up. We got root, sacral, solar, heart. So it is at the fourth vibratory field. So it operates in hertz, it operates in the fourth or 400th. I don't know. I don't know how he did it. Man, like it operates at the fourth vibratory field. In order, you have to have this is why most people, if they don't operate out of their heart space, they don't have a soul. Because you have to be at heart space minimum, bare minimum. Anything can have a spirit and breathe, right? Okay, they're just telling me a lot right now, and I really just don't want to go over that. But I just really want to say that to say. So when I'm talking about soulless beings, even spiritless beings, that which cannot convert oxygen, that cannot alchemize, okay, or even cohabitate with prana. These are energies or entities that have never been spirits, nor souls, nor beings. They've never been humans. No, none of that. They operate under 369. Any frequency, any entity or energy that vibrates under the 369, and that is the bare minimum for prana to coexist with the vessel, with the spirit, for the vessel to coexist with the spirit or embody the spirit. Like, I forgot how to say this, but anything under that, it does not have it does not have a strong enough field to maintain the 369 hertz or prana, breath of life, the spirit, energy. Anything under. So, anyways, it's gonna do that. So, um, yeah. So those are the lower vibratory fields that the entities reside. Now, I'm gonna have to clarify some more. Yeah, I asked the questions, and sometimes they just flood in, and so I got up, and then they were just like, "Oh, we need to correct you on some stuff," and it's just coming in, coming in, coming in. I just, gotta have me a full cup of coffee right now. Drink me at least 2, 3 cups of water. You know. So yeah, I just need to correct myself, so I'm not giving out this information to anyone. So if you watch the live, or you will watch the live later, I will make sure that I link it with. Can I do that? I'll link a piece of this with the live I did last night for those of you that want to know. And then I'm gonna go more in depth about that because I think how I say talk is confusing, and that's That's not me calling anybody dumb or nothing. I just mean just like the words don't come out quite like the energy comes in, the information pours in. Because when I get the information, it'd be real exciting, collective. And so I trip all over my words and stuff when I try to. Um, I'll be so freaking excited to express it to people to. Because I know there's, I know there's fucking like scientists, there are chemists, people out there like that come across my channel and they know they know what the fuck I'm talking about. So for them, those would be the people that would get me. Why it would be so exciting when I get the downloads of information, and then I'm all over the place. I'm tripping all over everything because it's a flood of information. I just want to tap on every single subject, but then I got to remember that that to slow down and simplify some stuff and be confusing okay, so y'all just bear with me as I learn to grab my footing in this big energy. Like there's a field that has opened up, this big energy, like, and I'm learning how to traverse that field, traverse this field, navigate in the physical realm, navigate in the subconscious, in the consciousness, navigate in the future and in the present as well, but while being present. So, bro, like, again, when you awaken and you start that evolution, that ascension journey, it never stops. It never stops. Like you'll never have a dull moment if you focus on yourself. You will never have a dull moment. There's always going to be an overflow of information, of things to learn, a new perspective on something you once looked at one way. You look at it a different way, and like now you're at a higher perspective. You look at the same thing like, damn, I didn't see it that way before. And then you look at yourself like there is never going to be a dull moment. You're never going to want to ever focus outside of you or focus so much of your attention and energy outside of you ever again, because it's always something new to learn about yourself. You always evolving, you're always growing, you're always ascending, and it's just like, I don't know, it's like, imagine you being not even intermediary or not even beginner level, right? You just starting off at the not even apprentice. I'm talking about yeah, we could say apprenticeship, right? I mean, you know nothing. You know not of the language, the terminology, the know nothing, right? And I'm talking about in the journey, inward journey of you, knowing yourself, man, know thyself. And then you from there, I really wouldn't say from apprenticeship to a beginner, but yeah, we'll do it like that. So apprenticeship, you know nothing, not the language, the terminology. You don't know what to look for. You don't know what to do. You don't know the first step. You don't know how to anything. And then you take some time here, and then you come out of apprenticeship, and then now you're in the beginner stages where you can actually get a little bit of hands-on, and you can put more visual to some things by actually doing it and stuff like that. And then you learn a couple little things, and then over time, damn, you go to intermediary or intermediate, right? And then it's like, damn, like I remember when I was doing this like an apprentice and even as a beginner, but now that I'm intermediate in self, I never noticed this about myself. I never noticed I could do this. I never noticed I could interpret and alchemize and convert. I never knew that I could do all these things. I never looked at this way. Like, dang, what else did I miss? And you start getting more and more and more and more and more focused in on yourself. Like you want to know the, like, damn, what else is it that I can do? And then you get to expert, and then you get to like whatever goes above expert, right? You get to where you are just a master of self, and it's never a time where you master yourself so much where it's just like, oh, that's it. It's always gonna be something bigger, better to learn, to know, to experience within self, right? And the more you do that, like you be like, you start to realize that the world outside of you, and more so, it don't exist. It don't exist without you. You have now disconnected from the wilderness, from the world. Like I'm telling you, like, and you start being at peace. Even you crave not alone time, but that hermit that hermetism, you know, like you really don't, it be like, damn, like I want to be by myself. I'm trying to figure out if I can fly without that trash bag like I did when I was a kid off the roof. You know what I mean? Like, can I actually fly? Can I actually get to a state where I can manipulate the ionosphere around me, where I can grab, well, where gravity no longer exists, where um okay, where not I can gravity doesn't take hold of me. I control and manipulate it. Like, I want to see what else I can do. So you crave that hermit energy, and then you look around, and you see all, and people come towards you and stuff, and they don't have the best intentions. For one, your energetic field is going to spot them on head off, like before they even come. It's gonna say to you, like, here come a little something. Like, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be nothing negative. It just be something that is distracting. Here comes some type of distraction, and you be like, nah, navigate this way out of that way. And people be like, you cool with being single? For those of you that are single, you cool with all that? Like, nobody can do that. It's like, and when people to say that to you, like, no, nobody can be alone, nobody cannot be in a relationship. No, that's because that let me know you just don't know self yet. Because when you start knowing yourself, people like, oh shit, like another person, another party, that's just a distraction. If a person don't know themselves, I'm telling you, they become like a plague to you. You start avoiding that shit like the plague. And yeah, like, so, and I'm telling you, like, people be like, you have mastered self. Masters know that you continue. Once you become the master of self, now you want to become not the teacher, but the learner. Like, I don't know how to explain it. The master appears when wait, it's a bigger, wider saying, that broader saying than that. It's like when a student is ready to learn, the teacher appears. When the student is ready to teach, the master appears. But it is in, that circle of life. It's a never ending cycle, because once you become a master, all you want to do is implode on yourself, and then you want to learn in a different realm, in a higher realm, in a different universe, in a different multiverse, on a different planet. You now have mastered self within that range, within that field, within that universe, that particular universe. Now you're also another universe of the multiverse, of the cosmos, in a different area. And now, as a master, you want to become the student again, to learn all over again, start that process. This is how exciting it is. This is what it's like all the time for me, all the fucking time for me. And then be like, I just don't like, I get irritated by the distractions more than anything. It's like, I experienced a lot of heartbreak, collective, and it just like, I have gotten to the point where it's just like, damn, that hurt. But it's just more so like, damn, like, you took me away from, you distracted me from doing some shit that I like. I like me, I love me a lot. Not anything fuck, I don't have to keep saying that to people that know. It don't have to anything to do with that. I am open to other people that know themselves. But all that other shit, if you don't know yourself, you are simply a distraction and just irritating. Like, can you please just stay out of my energetic field, my toroidal field? Can you please just stay away from me? Like, you're a distraction. And people are distractions because anytime anybody operates any type of deception, manipulation, intent to distract you, sole intent to distract you, siphon your energy, destiny swap with you, when people operate like that, they don't know themselves, and that they are not worthy to be in any, not even a fucking thought. So just be like, okay, well, back to Herman. And people be like, that's why I said art of detachment last night. Folks, for those of you that are there, what's up, my peeps? Godspeed. You hear me? But for those of you that are getting there, you're learning new things about yourself, and it's exciting to you. Don't allow the distractions in. Best word of advice here. And learn to detach. Because what we don't detach from, it just holds us back from, it's like a tether, okay? This is how we do cord cutting. This is how we stop and break bindings and stuff like that. We learn to detach. Those are simply just distractions. They're strings to distractions, okay? Okay, it's like this. Imagine a snake shedding its skin, right? because it's ready for the new skin to emerge and stuff like that. But imagine it gets all the way down to the end tail of the snake, and then that old skin, it wants to stay stuck to the damn tail end. And it's like you moving around and stuff in this new skin, but still you got at the end of you something tethered to the end of your tail that is old, that is a dead weight. You know what I mean? So that's what, like, art of detachment, it is very important, so we don't have that tether, so we don't have that weight down, so we don't have that distraction, and it just allows for you room to focus within and on self. And so, for the last thing that I wanted to say, for the people that were a part of my life that thought that the best thing in my life was to separate me from every single, or the best thing for you to think that you would destroy me by separating me from any and everything that is God frequency, any and everything, friends, family, love, I mean actual love, experiencing happiness and joy, like to think you would disconnect me from those things here, and I would just wither away and die. It's almost like, now I see it's like a blessing that y'all disconnected me from so much bullshit in this world, from ever having any joy, any family, any friends, any celebration, anything, because they just put me alone with myself. And that has been the greatest thing. This is why at a very young age, collective, I was forced to be by myself, and I could do things. This is why I could do things, because they forced me to be by myself. And that's why I learned a lot about myself. I learned energies. I met other energies. I've developed immaculate talents at a very young age. And it's so funny, they think that they can work, that a child that has at a young age learns to be alone, and they can only depend on being alone and the energies that they know reside within them or around them while they're alone, and to, like, a child wouldn't adapt to that and make a person like me wouldn't adapt to that throughout my life. So it's like, damn, yeah, I had attachment issues and codependency issues, but there were wounds and trauma that I needed to heal, and once healing from them, it was like people keep trying to subject me to that, and it's just like, y'all are realizing that I'm damn near 40 years old, and that has been the very thing that has saved me, and that has been your fucking karma and demise, right? It's like you keep trying to separate me. It's like, it's weird. It's weird. And then the hurt and pain, it's like, shit, I've almost become immune to it. Not to in a toxic manner where I would be toxic and exert that energy, but I've become immune to it, where it's just more so like yeah, that stung for a bit, but you know, I'm kind of angry or upset that that energy was a distraction from self. But I learned I'm going back into self, however, it doesn't matter. So I just wanted to say that. And thank y'all for tuning in and tapping in. Again, I will make a short, and I will link last night's live to that short of this video. See, this what happens. Like, a lot of y'all gonna find that you gonna realize, like, Albert Einstein, all those fucking geniuses that seem like weird, and people just and they talk like me, and they all over the place, but they are geniuses. Like, you're gonna realize why. That is the flood, the overflow of information, y'all. It just be crazy. And I love it. I love how it feels. So anyways, y'all, happy Sunday to everybody. Happy Sunday to all my peeps, all my watchers, viewers, subscribers. If y'all going to church, you know, say many, many prayers for peace and protection and blessings, not just for yourself, but for those in the collective that are less fortunate, that need it, as I will do the same. And I will send that energy out for those that are less fortunate than I, tenfold, with peace and blessings and much, much protection. And y'all, I'll catch y'all on the next one as I release y'all with love and light. Peace. Ron Lee, good afternoon, but peace.